do you hear me? I'm cranky, I'm tired. I worked hard at school. Okay?
Alright, so what? You don't want me to mess with you tonight?
No. I'm cranky, I'm tired. I worked hard at school. Watch
You're not going to wrestle here in a little bit?
Well, maybe.
Oh.
I gotta stop getting cranky and tired.
The rule of 100 states that if you spend 100 hours in a year, which is 18 minutes a day, all of us, in any discipline, karate, violin, piano, whatever, if you spend 18 minutes a day, which is 100 hours a year, you'll be better than 95% of the world in that discipline. It's just the consistency of whatever you do more than anything else.
Hello. Welcome back to another episode of Ernest Knows Nothing podcast. Today we are joined by
Why the long pause? Damn.
I had to think about it for a second. Today we are joined by none other than yours truly, the wonderful, the eclectic, the essential Ebony Renee.
What is up, guys? Happy to be here, blessed, honored, and I do take it as a compliment that long pause. You had to think of all the great things first, right?
Yeah, it could be either or, but
Okay.
For those of you who are brand new here, welcome. You might know us as a dynamic duo from the reaction videos, where we are a lot more loud and rambunctious because it's a reaction. But we are communicators and we have amazing communicative voices. So we're using those on this aspect of our podcast to make sure that you're able to hang out with us on a different level and, kick it in a sense where we can kind of just share our ideologies and experiences and stuff like that. With that being said, don't forget to comment down below. We are definitely excited to hear about all the ways that you guys have decided to say sorry a lot less. For those of us who weren't here last week, the subject was about what does the word sorry mean and how does it affect you when you say sorry too many times? You kind of just mentally shrink yourself down to a smaller size. And we were basically just talking about how we should say sorry less and say I apologize more, so that way your brain doesn't think that you're a sorry person, because technically it can't really tell the difference. So any thoughts on that before I get started?
Thoughts on what sorry the word actually means? Looking up the definition now, just to be politically correct.
No, just any thoughts on the ideology that the word sorry, saying sorry too many times, turns you into a smaller individual due to the fact that your brain can't really tell the difference between what is and what isn't.
Yeah, it actually does. Even in the definitions, it says pitiful, sad, mournful. And myself, I say sorry a couple of times a day. Like, I don't think a day has gone by that I haven't said, oops, sorry, or I'm sorry, or, oh, sorry, my bad. Different contexts, but I don't think a day has gone by. I can't remember a day I didn't say sorry.
Okay.
So, I definitely want to listen back to that podcast for sure and follow up with a conversation. Just you and me, pillow talking.
Okay, cool.
It makes you sorry. It makes you small. It does. It makes you pitiful.
Nice. With that being said, if you have not done all the things that YouTubers ask you to do, please go ahead and take some time to like, comment, subscribe, and share this podcast with whomever you feel may need to hear what it is that we're talking about. Get the conversation started. Let's get into the week. This week that just passed was an amazing week. Specifically, yesterday was somebody's birthday.
Yes, it was.
Okay, tell the people what you did, what happened, what was your experience?
It was a great experience. I did everything that I wanted to do. there wasn't anything I didn't do that I wanted to do for my birthday that I didn't do.
Okay.
And for new experiences, let's just say, for the both of us, I think that escape room we did was amazing.
Yeah, that was the highlight of the whole experience for me. It was a couple of things. There was a couple of peaks, but that literally took the icing on the cake. I'm still thinking about that experience till this second.
Yeah.
It was very fun. It was very high paced. I had to take a shit the whole time, and I had to hold it. And
I don't know how you did that.
I didn't know what the heck was going on. We got put into this small ass room, and we were trying to figure out what the heck the clues in the room were.
Right.
There were eyeballs and snakes and spiders and dead rats and animals, and so we had to like figure that out. Then that took us to another room that was hella dark.
Oh my god.
Freaking chains everywhere.
Tied to the wall.
Zip tied to the wall, yeah. And
breathing and
breathing.
Somebody touched me and I was like, that's not Ernest. He's on the other side.
Right.
I didn't like it. At that moment I said I could die right here. Like, I don't care. This isn't fun anymore. But being with you made it fun. As soon as I got out, it's like, all right, I'm out. This is a game again. Because I really got scared, you know?
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, I realized a lot about us. Is
there
anything
that's another
that you
thing too, yeah.
realized about us that you're still thinking about to this day, that you're pondering on from this experience?
I mean, realistically speaking, I always think those types of like high level activities kind of like bring out the natural behaviors of not just couples but like friends, family members and stuff like that. It kind of helps you to, you know, realize each other's strengths, and not only realize it, but you literally have to rely on each other's strengths. So I think it was more so like you were more so focused on the outwardly things that were happening, because like you were waiting for the scare at every turn, and I had to be the one to kind of like, hey, what do you see over there?
Right.
It's like, I don't know, but somebody's breathing down my neck. And it's just like, I know they're breathing down your neck.
Yeah.
But what do you see? And when it came to you, it was more so like you were just like able to show me where all the things were, damn near. Like you would be the one bringing me the things, and I'd be able to figure out where they fit and where they belong. And I think we were talking about it before, and we were kind of just like, what did we say? Like you,
I have
you can
what
bring
you
me
need.
everything that we need, and I know what to do with it. I think is what we're saying.
I got what you need, but you know what to do with it.
Yeah.
You know why you need it.
Yeah.
Me, I'm gonna tell you what I'm feeling in that moment.
Even down to the fact that there are like 2 sets of keys, and I took both sets of keys.
Right.
I don't think you would have taken both sets of keys.
I wouldn't have taken a damn key.
Because
I would have ran out of there.
Mine was next to like a creepy ass doll.
Was.
And it was like I had to use the shoelace to like pop the thing open, and there was like 2 sets of keys in there, and I was just like, I thought about it today. I was just like, wait, Ebony would have not taken these keys.
You know what? Now that I'm thinking about it, my key was in like this pipeline away above my head. I'm starting to think he fed it to me or something, because I just like either that or I got out of my fear and I'm looking for the keys on the chains.
Yeah.
But there was one right on the wall. I'm like, what is this string? I kept pulling. I'm like, there's a key on the end of it. You know, I'm thinking the key is going to be on the other end that I'm pulling from. You know, but either way, as soon as I got out, I'm like, baby, this key's not gonna come to you. Like I thought I was gonna rescue you. Like,
yeah, you brought the key over like it was gonna open mine, and I was like, that's not the key.
There's
you
not
gotta
one
go find
thing,
something else.
Yeah, there's not one thing I did that I did by myself. I figured out on my own. Nothing. I would give.
That's not true. That is not true.
Wait, what did I figure out?
You figured out the first clue by yourself. What are you talking about? I would have never found. You found the skeleton. You found the tongue with the key in it under the red skeleton.
That's the one thing that I found.
Yeah, you found that.
Was that the first clue?
That was the first. That's what catapulted us into whatever we're doing, because we're just walking around looking for shit that wasn't making sense. You were the one who found the first clue. Stop talking shit about yourself, man. You did that.
I mean, after that, it was just like I was just bringing you shit.
Yeah, you did that.
I was like, and I'm like, there's a 6 and a 9. Those are my favorite numbers.
Yeah, and then it was like the defeat. You didn't even recognize. We're not even going to talk about why you didn't recognize that he spelled defeat wrong.
Yeah. Feet. How many feet?
Yeah, that was like the first thing.
Yeah.
But we can't give too much of it away
I thought you spelled
because
it right.
it is a fun experience, and I don't know who's watching this, and we don't want to kind of like ruin it for them. But what would you say the scariest room for you was?
The scariest room for me was...
The first room was just skulls and
honestly
animals and stuff.
Yes,
the second room was like the dark chains. The third room was like body parts and bodies and lockers. Right. And
the scariest room for me was the second one because it was dark. I could see in the other one, you know, like, yeah, the pig mask scared me.
Yeah.
But at that time, I already knew there's 2 of y'all motherfuckers in
First
here.
First of all, you're only saying that because you didn't realize there were 2 people in that room because the second dude didn't pop up until then.
And then when he popped up, he was so close to me. I'm like, where the fuck did you come from? I was scared. And it was dark too. So feeling around, and he kept like breathing on the wall that had that like little hole in it. Like it was just too much. It was too much in the dark. Too much in the dark. I didn't like that one at all. Blood on the floor. Why can I see the blood, but I can't see anything else?
Yeah, you were creeped out by the smear of blood on the ground out of nowhere. I was like, bro, that's irrelevant. They're like, was that always there? I'm like, it's a smear of blood. It's been here.
Yeah. But, the last room was artistic. They did their thing with that.
I don't think I wouldn't say I had a scariest room because none of the rooms were scaring me, but I think the first room was the most challenging because I didn't like. I'm good at puzzles, but I have to know what kind of puzzle we're doing.
Right.
And if you just kind of stick me in a room and I don't know what the heck I'm looking at, then it's like, I don't know what I'm looking for.
But you counted the 7. When we said the 7 snakes, we knew it's something.
I mean, that's why I'm good at gathering information. So before we even tried to get a clue, I needed to familiarize myself with the room. So that way when I have a clue, I know what to do with the clue. Yeah,
it was definitely the most challenging room. But guess what? When we asked for help and we got those clues, and we knew where everything was because we had been in every inch of that room, it was a lot easier. Like
much easier.
It was, I was fucking it up with the locks. I didn't even get the locks on the right, on the right mark. But I had the numbers.
Nah, that was all good though. But anyway, just to close out this segment, if you have not done so yet, we definitely recommend that you go try out what are they called?
Escape room.
An escape room near you. We are going to be putting out like a mini vlog. Don't be judgmental. I know I should have shot a lot more stuff. Aside from that, we had some great quality time with me doing her fingernails and helping her, color her hair, dye her hair. It was a very eventful weekend.
Yeah, we got sick.
But yeah, part of the reason why both of us have sexy ass voices right now is because we both got sick, and we're trying to come down from a cold as well. So just look out for that mini vlog coming to you soon. We are trying to expand our YouTube channel with not only the podcast but like mini vlogs of our events and the things that we go through on a day-to-day basis. So be sure to check that out after you listen to this. What else?
Listen to.
Yeah, she's got nothing else. But
you want
today. Oh, sorry about that. Today, I wanted to bring a topic to the table, which deals with plateaus. The word plateau means the spaces in between either growth or decline depending on what you're doing. So a plateau is like, let's say somebody is going to the gym and the first couple of weeks when you start going to the gym, you start seeing results right away. Then after a month of going to the gym, your body starts getting used to the exercises that you're doing to get those changes. So you hit what's called a plateau. And that plateau is where your body is like, all right, we're used to this. What else do you got? And so you can either challenge yourself or you can be discouraged by the plateau. And so I was listening to this podcast and they were talking about like the biblical but also like a different aspect of a plateau, especially given like some of the stuff that we're going through, like in life behind the scenes and stuff.
Yeah.
Tied into the freaking sermon that we heard on Sunday, which was like the same type of like vein as like what to do when you're stuck in a plateau, or what you do when you're stuck in a specific space. And so the gist of it all was basically like a plateau. I wrote some of the stuff down. It says plateaus are a break for adjustment and assessments before the next ascension or descension.
Like us in that first room, we hit a plateau after a while before we had to ask for help.
Yeah, exactly.
Got it.
So what do you think, what specifically do you think about plateaus themselves? How have you experienced plateaus, and what do you do when you're stuck in a plateau, depending on whatever it is?
Honestly, I think I like plateau myself or self-sabotage so much that I'm comfortable in a plateau. I'm like, stand still and know that he is God, kind of.
Okay.
Like, and it gets too comfortable until that becomes uncomfortable, because God's now waiting on me. So
Right.
when I'm at it and I'm going and I hit it, the ground running, and I do meet another plateau, I'm just like, guess I'm not there yet, or I'm just like, gotta be patient, However, it does get to a point where I'm just like, I get angry. I'm like, I was almost there,
Yeah.
or I had it going. Why stop right now,
right
bro?
there, like right now.
Because
Yeah.
like my last plateau took me 3 years, God. Like,
Yeah.
and that's because I got too comfortable. I don't like plateaus. It actually makes me kind of, really frustrated, because I'm thinking about the last or the previous plateau and not wanting to lose that time, so I just kind of like find other things to do. I put down whatever that is that I've reached a plateau on, and pick up something that hasn't started or I haven't hit the ground running with yet, until I can pick that back up, or until that picks me back up.
Okay. I think our personalities reflect how we deal with plateaus. When it comes to me and plateaus to me are kind of like a way to kind of like check in with God and with myself and with everything around me, and kind of just reassess what's going on. What do I need? What don't I need? What do I need to get rid of? What do I need to keep? And so I kind of use plateaus as kind of like a way to take a breather, which I don't necessarily do when there's momentum going.
Yeah.
And kind of just like not only thank God for everything that I've got, thank God for everything that I've been able to accomplish, but also ask him, like, what does this plateau mean? And where exactly is the next step? Because that's what I kind of get excited about, is more so like the excitement of what is to come. Because I know, like, after every plateau that I've ever experienced in my entire life, it's always been like a great season of abundance, a great season of stability, a great season of like I live for the change after the plateau. And I try my best to equip myself while I'm in the plateau to kind of just make sure that all the pieces that I know I'm going to need are there, and all the pieces that I know I don't need just fall to the wayside. And that could be in the form of having a hard conversation with friends or family members, or ending certain types of relationships or habits or things that I've been doing that I know I shouldn't have been doing, but I kind of just got lost in the midst of it all and kind of just started deviating. That's kind of like the time that I take to meditate more, to breathe more, to pray more, to worship more, to read more, to do all the things that I know I should be doing more, and kind of just fall back on the other things. So I think that's kind of like what it is that I was listening to, as far as like the gist of it all, which is like a lot of people have like this negative connotation when it comes to plateaus. And it was basically like, a good reminder that plateaus are a place that can also be for growth. So like people who are just feeling stagnant, or feeling like they don't belong, or feeling like they don't see any kind of like progress, it's like a reminder to them that no matter what you're doing, you should still keep at it. I know you said something along the lines of like when you plateau, you pick up something else.
Yeah.
It's not a bad thing necessarily, but it's more so like if I'm doing one thing and I plateau, and then that plateau is right here, then I pick up this new thing and I plateau at it here. Then I pick up a third thing. Then I plateau at it there. Then I'm stuck at three different activities. It's like I'm basically stuck on all three of them on level one.
Okay, I know, I get what you're saying, and maybe I should have been more clear when I say
So
pick up something
let me
else.
ask this.
I mean, like,
let me ask this. So after you get stuck on a plateau, you pick something else up. Do you go back to that one thing, or do you go back to those other things to start over, or do you just keep on finding new things to get to a level of plateauing and then?
Okay, so I'll use the example of what I'm actually referring to in my life. I was thinking about my music plateauing right now, right? Me actually getting and recording, making songs, and it hit a plateau for me. Sorry.
Okay.
So my music hit a plateau. What did I pick up? Whether it be a book, whether it be, trying to journal, whether it be wanting to get in the mindset of going outside to walk more, whether it be something to work on myself during that time. That's what I mean by pick something else up. I pick something else up that obviously there's something for me to learn here. There's something that, it's put on pause for whatever reason, but that doesn't mean I have to sit and not do anything, and the first thing I typically try to do is find something to pick up to work on me. That's what I mean by pick up something. It could be, starting a new podcast series. It could be starting a new journal, devotion with you. It could be, just something else that betters me. Because in my mind, I'm like, ultimately, if I'm getting better, I know this is at a plateau right now, but I'll be able to get back to whatever it is, a better version of me.
Yeah. And I can attest to that because I kind of plateau sometimes in like most of the hats that I try to wear, but mostly like my love and my passion is drawing. And so I'll find myself like not drawing for 3.5 months, but I'll be watching a bunch of like technique videos and sketching videos and different types of videos to like absorb other people's styles and kind of just like mentally evaluate how I want to project that in my own interpretation.
Right.
And I find that sometimes, like, I remember the way that you guys talk about how I'm good at drawing hands is I had to stop drawing for like 3.5 months. I think it was 4 months that I stopped drawing. But I was just looking at, like, I'd go to the library, I'd pick up books about how to draw hands, and I'd pick up, how to draw anime hands, how to draw realistic hands, how to draw cartoon hands, where do the fingers move, what type of things do the fingers do. And I spent 3.5, 4 months literally just reading about it, looking at videos, looking at how they draw them, looking at the step 1, 2, 3, 4 books that they had at the library. And I would not even do it at all until I understood like the mechanics of the hand, where the fingers lie, how to differentiate the different sizes of your fingers and stuff like that, to the point where when I picked it up, it was like so stuck in my memory that I just like catapulted to another level with just drawing hands in the way that you see me able to draw almost anything that I draw, which is like second nature, meant that like I could remember the time that I plateaued on that specific thing, and I would just spend hours and hours and hours just consuming information about how to look at it, how to break it down, how to build it up, how to get it done. And then shit, even down to like music. When you were talking about music, it's like I started off just wanting to rap. Then when I was rapping, we needed somebody for a hook. We didn't have somebody who wanted to sing, so I took it upon myself to learn how to sing. Got my voice to the point where I was adequate at it, and then moved on to beats. We were getting other people's beats, and the music was getting blocked everywhere, so we couldn't technically put it out. So I took it upon myself.
You just can't tell people you taught yourself how to sing, because now they're coming to you for music lessons. They're like, teach me how to sing.
No, I said I am adequate. I did not say I was an expert.
Ernest is coming up with singing lessons soon. Stay tuned.
Nah.
Yeah, you did a great job, but you're phenomenal at everything you've done. All those skillful things.
No, I'm good, but I could always be better, because I always like to learn what else I could do, even down to like this year, for example. I'm trying to teach myself new chords that I can use for the beats that I make, and new ways to kind of like sing the same thing. And like I'm looking for new verbs and adjectives and pronouns to utilize for like lyrics and stuff like that, so I can try to figure out what it is that the next step of our artistry is going to be. But yeah, man, I have a couple other things written down here, but they're more so like break off thoughts. One of the things that stuck out to me, I forgot what the podcast was talking about, but I wrote it down. It says, as a helper, stop trying to parent the car crash and learn to be better at showing up to the car crash or the train wreck. And he was talking more so about like when people are plateauing and stuff like that, or we see our friends plateauing, we kind of like run to try to help that person, when in reality it's like, you know how sometimes it's like you'll try to be there for somebody who's literally burning themselves to the ground, and they won't listen to your advice, or they won't try to hear what you're saying, and they'll try to figure it out on their own. And then when everything crashes and burns, then you're the first person they're calling anyway again. Yeah. And so he was kind of saying, kind of like along that same line of like, what is it? Try to stop trying to prevent the car crash, meaning like stop talking to somebody who you already see is burning to the ground. Like now, give them advice still, but stop trying to like be so adamant about stopping what's happening with them, and just be patient enough to know that you're gonna be there for the car crash or the train wreck if it happens. And I thought that was a good concept to kind of close with, as far as like making sure that
that's deep.
I thought so too. It was like, it was very inspirational, because it was kind of like, I gotta
do that more.
Yeah, I had to learn to do that. I don't know, like 4.5, 5 years ago, maybe. To kind of just, hey, you sure you want to do that? All right. I mean, if you do it, I mean, you can still do it, but if you try to do it this way, it might work out better. No, I got it. Oh, okay, cool. And it's like, oh shit. Oh wow, you're right the whole time. It's just like, it's not about being right or wrong.
Ernest knows.
Ernest knows nothing. But yeah, I thought that was just like a very adequate point to kind of just leave it at. Do you have any closing thoughts?
Yeah, I had a vocabulary word for you.
Do you have any closing thoughts about the topic that we were just talking about?
Yes.
Okay.
Everything you said, like, are things that either I need to work on, I was aware that I wanted to work on, or I am working on. So, like, you're spot on with, like, just the overall, like, umbrella of, just showing up, being there. And it just trickles down from your last topic of sorry, like, just make sure you're showing up for yourself first is what I would say, because I think we forget to show up for ourselves. Okay. So there's no way we can show up for anyone. That's valid.
True, very true.
So, just don't forget about yourself in those plateau moments. Don't forget about being there for you, to pick yourself up and not look for someone to kind of like pick you up, and appreciate when someone is picking you up and recognize that. You'll recognize that once you begin picking yourself up. So, yeah.
Nice.
Those are my thoughts.
That. My finishing thoughts are basically just to be encouraged, not to give up when you are plateauing. It is a tough time. It is very difficult. It feels like quicksand at times, depending on the severity of it all. But, we're here for you if you don't have anybody else. And when you are stuck in those times, definitely go ahead and, like Ebony said, lean on your own understanding and lean on yourself first, so that way you can know exactly what it is that you need. And then don't be scared to reach out to your, community, your close friends and family, and God as well for help. So other than that, the finishing thought was self-explanatory. Don't waste your energy trying to help someone who obviously doesn't want to be helped, but at the same time, always make yourself available to be that shoulder and that soft blow that they can kind of depend on when it comes to after it's all said and done and they've exerted all the energy that they possibly can, crashing and burning or not. Be there to encourage them if their thought process or their way of doing things actually worked out for them. Don't be bitter about the fact that they didn't do things your way, because who are you? Who am I? Who are we? Yeah, that's all I got for you guys. Like, comment, and subscribe. We definitely want to hear from you guys when it comes to this week's topics. As we continue to make this thing more consistent, we will probably, I look forward to getting guests. I look forward to having different segments like we're trying to do right now. I look forward to having more fun things for you guys to consume on the channel aside from the reaction videos that we're doing, because YouTube be trying to block our work and be trying to block us out, and we have goals, we have things we're trying to do. So we want to just connect with you guys on a deeper level, on a more responsive level, on a more personal level, and hear how your days are going. And you can go through all the comments. You'll see it's Ebony and I responding to everyone and reacting to everything that we're being suggested to. And we're just two kids out here trying to be great. So we support you, we love you, we care about you. And this is not the end of the podcast, but it's just the end of the serious talk. We're about to get into a game, and I have a segment for Ebony myself. But I'm gonna have to film that in a different way, because I actually have to use my phone, or actually send her the things that I need her to look at in order to react to it. So we're gonna get into your vocabulary words, and then we'll close ourselves out.
Okay, so I'm excited to see what this game it is that you want to do.
What are the rules that you have so far?
I really don't have rules. I'm kind of just like making this up as I go, because you're really smart, and I've been working on my words, and I pick out words that remind me of you in some way, shape, or form. So, that's when I pick out my words, easy or hard. Okay. The word today.
How many words are we doing?
How many you want to do? I can just do one.
Let's do 3.
3? Okay. So this one was from yesterday, actually, on my birthday.
What am I supposed to do? Spell it? Tell you what it means?
Spell it and tell me what it means if you can.
Okay.
Okay. Prurient.
Spell it.
Prurient.
Prurient.
Spell it.
I'm asking you to spell it. Prurient.
Say it again.
Prurient.
Prurient.
Put your phone louder. I need to hear.
Prurient. Well, that's hard to say.
Prurient.
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 How'd you spell that right?
Prurient.
Prurient. Do you know what it means?
Pru is attached to prudent, which probably means to be careful. Prurient is probably slow to doing certain things, or slow in movement, maybe something to do with speed being slow.
Okay.
What's the official definition?
Prurient, eliciting or possessing an extraordinary interest in sex. The prurient nature of that movie makes it unsuitable for younger children. And it's funny that the picture on the back of prurient is peaches.
So you're saying the word prurient reminded you of me in what sense, Renee?
You possess an extraordinary interest in sex. You a beast in the bedroom. Is your mom going to be listening to this?
Yes, my mother will be listening to this. No. And up until now, she thought I was a virgin. So I am not prurient in any way, shape, or form.
Prurient. Did you know that word before today?
I did not, because I do not know about sexual things in that manner.
Okay. So, yeah, that was fun.
That's a good word, though.
Yeah, it was.
So you guys, prurient. Be prurient in your endeavors. May they be big, small, fast, or slow.
Ubiquitous. Ubiquitous.
Ubiquitous.
Ubiquitous.
I'm supposed to spell it?
Mm-hmm. Ubiquitous.
EUBIQUITOUS.
And that is wrong, Ernest. For the first time in a long time. Ubiquitous
I spell
starts with a
things
U.
wrong. I'm not a genius.
You are a genius because...
UBI.
Go ahead.
UBIQUITOUS.
You got it.
Ta-da.
Ubiquitous. What does it mean?
I know how to use it in a sentence, but I have no idea what it means. So.
Present. Everywhere. Pervasive.
Present?
Mm-hmm.
Ubiquitous means present?
Present everywhere or pervasive.
Oh, present everywhere.
In today's world, technology is ubiquitous.
Ubiquitous, yeah. Okay. I like that.
Yeah.
All right, last one to close us out.
Okay.
You can't tell me to spell it if you don't know how to read it. Exactly. You're over there using AI to try to ask me to spell a word that nobody knows about.
No, this one I just don't know how to say it.
Okay, go ahead.
Uni.
Uni?
Uni.
Uni? Or eunuch?
Vibrant.
No, not vibrant.
Wow. Uni is not vibrant, and vibrant is not uni.
Uni is a word, but it's spelled so awesomely.
I'm not even gonna.
Ennui. Ennui.
Ennui.
Ennui.
This is the same word that you wanted me to spell, and you said was uni at first.
Don't do me like that. We're at 33.
That's fine.
Uni. No, it's ennui.
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 Ennui. Ennui.
ONUWI.
And that is wrong, Ernest. Do you want to give it another go?
No. How do you spell it?
It's ENNUI. It means
Ennui is to bother.
boredom or weariness.
Ennui.
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 It's ennui. It's a French word.
Ennui.
It means to bother. What does it mean in English?
The students' obvious ennui made it challenging for the lecturer to engage them in a discussion. Their
Ennui
weariness
is not boredom. Americans use ennui as boredom.
Oh, wow.
That's
and
crazy.
if we get deeper.
Wow, ennui is more like a pest or something that is bothering you. It's not boredom.
Well, those were my words.
Well, yeah.
We have some things to look up.
I'm not saying it's wrong for that, but I know the word ennui.
Right.
I don't know if you said ennui,
ennui. I said uni at first. We're going to ignore that.
You threw me off, bro. You can't be doing that.
My bad, bro.
You got to learn how to spell these words before you bring them to the God. You're
my bad.
That's crazy. Spell hippopotamus.
HIIIIIIII.
You already spelled it wrong. Spell. What's another word I had for you?
Be nice.
Spell parallelogram.
PAR.
What?
PARA. PARALLELLAGR.
Hold on, Playboy.
Yeah.
Spell the word. You had said like LEL then LLEL. Which one is it?
PARALLELOGRAM. Parallelogram.
No.
Oh well.
PARALLELOGRAM.
Why did they spell it that way?
Because that's the way it should spell it.
That is not how it should be spelled, and I just, Yeah, we should revise that word.
I don't have a third word for you because I wasn't prepared, but that is a beautiful segment. I am not the first word that we said, and the second word that we
I
said
think you could be.
is definitely new to me, and the third word that we said is wrong by American standards because they stole that word from the French.
Well, look what we learned today.
We learn something new every single day. With that being said, guys, it has been a pleasure hanging out with you. Please, in the comments, use your most sexy and sultry voices as you see
Let's
us
not
doing,
do that.
so that way we can respond back to you with love, kindness, and understanding. We
Stop
love you.
using that sexy voice.
We are happy to be here with you. And that sexy voice was God-given. Nobody's going to stop this.
Okay, got it.
We'll catch you guys in the next one.
Bye,
Peace.
guys. Peace.